All right, it's been a hot minute, but I'm back. And we are here with the grand finals for Division C. Tusken Raiders versus Strong Side. And, oh, I can see Mr. Fluffy Bunny plotting world domination here with the Tusken Raiders. All right, so this is Division C. Fingers crossed that it doesn't crash. This wreck is on an old version of the game. There's unfortunately been a number of hot fixes recently, so naturally one dropped before I had a chance to cast this set. So we'll hope for the best here. All right, this is a best of 7 game 1 here on Step. So for the Tusken Raiders, we've got Issithor here in the red playing as the Dravidians. And he is teamed up with Ganji in the yellow playing as the Hindustani. So Dravidians, Hindustani. I actually don't think I've seen either of these civs so far on this map in this tournament. So I'll be excited to see how they perform. On the other side, for Strong Side, we've got Mr. Fluffy Bunny in the blue as the Mayans. That is a civ I've seen on this map. And another civ I've seen, Lithuanians. Pretty popular on this map. We have Midu here in the green. And he'll be Lith Mayans versus Dravidians and Hindustani. So I will probably fast forward a bit through the early game, at least until we see some scout action at the moment. Players just scouting their initial resources. Probably see players moving out to start milling deer here pretty quickly. Early walling here for Issithor. 2 on wood here for Ganji, so presumably he's looking to go up pretty quickly. No one has gone out yet for the hunt, which is a little surprising. Actually, blue already clicking up and not hunting at all. Barracks here, so it looks like this will be a standard 2-range archer play for the Mayans. And we've got 19 and 20 pop for the remaining players. All right, yellow, he's located. Oh, pardon me, I'm blind. There is hunt. For blue, is blue the only player hunting at the moment? Yes, he is. All right, green also starting on the early walls. Relatively wallable map, and there's a bit of distance between opponents. And since you don't start with a scout, the scout rush is essentially delayed by the production time of a single scout. Because you're starting with 0 as opposed to 1. So there is some time for players to get walled here pretty early. Let's see if Issithor, there's a big old gap here in the wall. Pretty sneaky path. Let's see if he notices that. All right, I am pleased that this game has not crashed yet on the previous patch. Let's hope it stays this way. Second range coming up right now for Mr. Fluffy Bunny. And 2 ranges for Issithor. So Issithor will be slightly behind the Mines player in terms of archer production, but went up with a few more vills. Alright, Ganji sends out a scout. Thinking about trying to run down the horse. Which of these is faster, by the way? 1.55, 1.5. Okay, so exactly the same speed. Blacksmith coming down here for Issithor is going to get quick fletching. No blacksmith yet for blue. Wow, look at that. Already full walled, almost full walled. Just a little gap here for Midu. 2 scouts on the field for both the scout players, and we're looking at 2 archers for red and 3 archers for blue. So pretty conservative gameplay so far. Players went up pretty quickly, but everyone is investing pretty heavily into the early walls. And there's no one really taking risks out in the middle with the hunt, apart from blue, who's got these 4 vills here. We're presently idle. Let's see if... Yeah, looks like he's going to send him back home. He's not going to take the risk of trying to hunt out here. Alright, first action of the game. Mr. Fluffy Bunny on the move. No fletching yet on these archers. The blacksmith is there. He's going to move out with, 6 archers here. There is a gap here for yellow. It's actually a lot of area unwalled. See if the archers notice that. Nearly. Not sure what that's in reference to. A little bit of scout action here. We've got 4 yellow scouts on the field, 3 green scouts on the field. Green has stopped production on the scouts, actually. Presumably going to prioritize the uptime. All right, so blue makes his presence known. Not aware about this route around the base. Let's see how yellow reacts to defend against this. Red still has all the archers garrisoned in the ranges, so it doesn't look like red is in a hurry to come over here. Ooh, look at this. That's pretty sick. Blocking with the horse so he can't wall this. And yellow instead is going to opt for defensive tower. Mr. Fluffy Bunny. It's a 5-head play right there. Alright, scouts coming in to try to defend here. No upgrades on these scouts. So yellow, yeah, not a fight yellow's going to be able to take. Is that tower going to go up? No. Oh, disaster right now for the Tusken Raiders. Yeah, this is a significant advantage already for strong side. Blue is housed. But yellow is off his only wood line. Let's see where he heads with those archers. Pardon me, with the villagers. And strong side actually going to opt just to take down the tower. Sort of surprised they're not going to try to dive in here and do more damage, but they might be worried about getting trapped with Red's archers on the way. Red has fletching, and 8 archers here up against 13 blue archers. 6 scouts for both scout players. This should definitely favor strong side. Big archer advantage at the moment. Nice micro here from blue. Hard to say. Red has hardly any archers left. The scouts are getting in here, but without upgrades, the scouts should drop pretty quickly to the archers. Nice pick on the reinforcements. Strong side's in a good spot. Although, surprisingly, Tusken Raiders actually with a 3-vill advantage at the moment. No wheelbarrow to speak of, so maybe just a bit of idle time on the TC there for strong side, but it's military continuing to be a problem. Nice pick there on the reinforcements there by yellow. Yellow will get that re-walled. This is brutal though. They're going to come in and this wood line's going to get cut up. Might have been better actually for Ganji just to run out in the middle of the woods, try to sneak wood. This is going to be a massacre right now. 2 vills down. 3 vills down. Vill numbers suddenly even. 4 vills down. Oh, this is absolutely brutal. Yeah, these vills presumably will get chased down, run down. It was going to try to take wood out here. Trying to get some quick walls down. Green doing a nice job preventing those walls from going up. See if these vills get out. Maybe a quick gate here. Tusken Raiders still somehow with a 1-vill advantage at the moment. Okay, Midu does have wheelbarrow, so that explains a few vills. Tusken Raiders do have a military edge at the moment. It's going to come down to the micro. Basically an even trade so far. Yellow Scouts should be able to come in here, help clean this up. And Tusken Raiders, all of a sudden with a 16-3 military advantage. Let's see if they can counterattack. Yeah, probably not. Green already on the way to Castle Age. Too stable. Green's going to be in a good spot here. Red clicks up as well. Problem is, this Cav player here is going to be quite behind. Hasn't even been able to go to gold yet. It's going to be a big knight advantage here for strong side. They're in a good, really good spot. Blue will be able to click up pretty soon. Actually adding a 3rd range, so they're going to go heavy early castle military production here. I can't see what these are in response to. I'm not sure why I'm only seeing Fluffy Bunny's chat here. Double layer walls here. He's got quite a fortress, although he's completely open on this side. I don't think he's aware of it. All right, yellow scouts trying to get in. They could actually get in here, get some damage. Yeah, blue aware of this opening. Sending archers in to defend. Yellow, actually, the best spot would be to run in here. Actually, green noticing as well. Very nicely done here by strong side. Alright, Midu's up. 2 knights being produced immediately. Spear will get on pretty quick, but there's enough archers to deal with this. They do have armor on these scouts, actually. Our scouts should be able to take those archers. See if they can get a good surround. Archers are getting hill bonus here. Yeah, they'll clean. Archers will clean that. Archers on the other side, a couple scouts. I don't think they'll be able to break in. Alright, do we have a monastery yet? 3 stable production here from Midu. So Midu probably going to stay on 1 TC for a while. Yep, dropping the stable as well. Sorry, a monastery. It's got pretty easy access to a few relics. With that early uptime, Yellow's only got, what, 2 scouts to try to counter relics? I think green should be able to get at least 2 of them. Alright, red expo trying to sneak onto this wood line. Red break in here. I think blue's got plenty to defend. Expo upgrade Bodkin coming in now. Scouts looking for some monks to snipe. 1 scout goes down. Let's see. I mean, even military numbers at the moment. Yellow will be up, and it's actually going to be up with basically the same vill count as green here. He does already have 9 knights on the field, however. Oh, disaster. Oh, man, I think Tusken Raiders still maybe had a shot in this game, but probably not now. This is an absolute disaster for Ganji. This little gap, not walled. Wasn't walled up there either. Knights are in the base. +2 armor on these bad boys, so they can camp under these TCs all day long. Ganji's eco. This is bad timing for him. He's going to be off gold right at the point where he needs to get early production out. Does get 3 camels out. His eco's in a rough spot. Already 11 vills behind his cav counterpart. Red only 2 crossbows left over there. Ganji actually able to get quite a few camels out here. This is gonna be a problem. Camels are gonna have no answer for this expo mass. 21 expo for blue, 26 for red. The one thing maybe going for Tusken Raiders is already a 2nd TC here for red. Only 5 vills behind. They probably will catch up pretty quickly. Blue and green are staying 1 TC at the moment, but they don't have really they're actually behind in military count, despite going for what looks to be an all-in kind of play here. We already got 1 relic in the bank here from Midu. 2nd should be in soon. And these knights and archers, let's see if they spot the red archers. Could get a nice surround on these. Ballistics in for red. And for blue as well. Yeah, this is unfortunate positioning right now for Issathor. He's going to get pinched. Camels are going to be here, but just a little too late. Camels only have +1 armor as well. This fight should favor strong side. That camel's already gone. Tusken Raiders have caught up in the in the villager count, but they're suddenly significantly behind in the military count. And yeah, they probably are gonna be able to get to, oh, this is a ballsy town center. With this military breathing down their neck, I don't know if that's going up. Yikes. Alright. So far, though, strong side hasn't noticed that 3rd town center. Looks like they'll be able to break in here, no problem. 17 military to 41 at the moment. This is looking good for strong side. Yeah, that house will not be long for this world. How many relics are we looking at right now? Just one. Number 2 coming in. Still only 1 TC right now for both Fluffy Bunny and Midu. You're wondering if Tusken Raiders can hold here somehow. They can get the military numbers out they need. Maybe they can pull ahead economically with Issathor on recon centers. 580 stone in the bank, so one possibility is Issathor getting a castle down here to try to defend. 53 military to 23 at the moment. Right, second TC now coming down from Midu. It's a lot of idle time. Look at all these farms that aren't working at the moment here for Issathor. And Tusken Raiders just can't get any military out right now. Only 7 Expo for Issathor. Only 11 camels for Ganji. And Ganji's going to be stuck on 1 TC for a while. Trying to get that tower that hurt him. Doesn't have the stone. Get additional town centers up at the moment. Look at that. All of a sudden, villager difference about 15. Should finally have what they need to clean this. Just looking at only 8 Expo. Plus 1 camels. No. Relics. Oh, this is such a pain. Fluffy Bunny finding a nice little hole to garrison in. Comes a defensive castle. But look at this. As soon as they clean that army, second army coming in behind. Strong side doing a fantastic job here keeping the initiative. And Imperial Age on the way for Mr. Fluffy Bunny. So 1 TC fast in play. And this is going to be devastation. I don't see any way Ganji deals with these. Expo, actually, if they had pathed this way, they would have gotten a number of ills. But it's going to be a slaughter here regardless. 20 villager advantage all of a sudden here for strong side. Imperial Age on the way for blue. Twice the military count. Strong side. A strong position. Castle in their face. Love that from Fluffy Bunny. I think as long as Fluffy Bunny can keep those Expo numbers alive, they can go to Arbalest. This game is in the bag. Midu has added a 3rd TC as well, and actually 4 vills ahead of Issathor. Issathor has been on 3 TCs longer, but did take that damage in his face. Alright, imp on the way here for Issathor. Plus 5 attack on those knights. Damn. 4 relics! Yeah, that's brutal. Got 2 production, 2 stables left here for Ganji. Ganji on 41 villagers. There's just nothing Ganji can do at the moment to try to deal with this. No one on stone, so can't think about a defensive castle. Needs to be Arbalest here. Not too long. Bracer coming in. Honestly, Mr. Fluffy Bunny could even think about just dropping TCs here with archers pretty soon. Probably get a Treb out here when you can afford one. Alright, Midu attempting to raid Issathor here. Issathor wisely garrisoning inside that castle. What's he got for archer numbers? Only 17 expo at the moment. Oh, it's brutal. 35 knights on the field. Yeah, GG's called. They know it's over. Very well played by strong side there. Yeah, the knights getting in here probably did it. And it really came down to that early feudal age damage there. I think. Ganji had been able to get that house wall up. The Reds archers are able to get there a bit sooner. Maybe that tower goes up in time. But, you know, getting pushed off that wood line, their army's getting cleared, and then the villas over here getting taken off again. That was a really delayed Ganji getting up to Castle Age. And I think the nail in the coffin with the knights coming in over there. And then I guess the third thing that really worked for strong side's favor was getting the clean when the armies met up over here. They had a significant numbers advantage, especially in the cav department by that point, precisely because of that those previous events. And that was that. Mr. Fluffy Bunny, I liked the going to Imperial Age there. Definitely was a death sentence there for Ganji. So let's take a look at the stats here before we move on to game number 2. Game 1, going to strong side. Military advantage. Yes, pretty brutal KDs there. No surprises here. All right, let's go to game number 2. Looks like Arabia. Game 1 didn't crash on us. I am so pleased. All right, here we go. Midu, Fluffy Bunny, Midu here in the green as the Persians. Actually, I think this is the first time I've even seen the Persians in this tournament, so good to have them joining us. Mr. Fluffy Bunny playing as the Koreans. So Koreans, Persians up against Ganji in the yellow as the Franks, and Issathor in the red as Ethiopians. Definitely prefer Franks, Ethiopians to Persians, Koreans here. And we've got the asymmetrical start where the Cav player is up against the Archer player on both sides. And yeah, so expect to see some pretty aggressive Archer play. Might see the Archer players move out with 2 or 3 archers and a spear, just to put pressure on the Cav player. And how do the maps look here? Midu. It's not a bad map. Wood's a bit forward. That's not ideal. Pretty open in the back. Not easily walled there, but it does have back gold. Relatively safe berries as well. Gold position isn't great there for Issathor, but that's probably not as big of an issue at the moment when you're up against the Cav player. But does want to be aware that as the game evolves, and you might have archers coming over that way, don't want to have archers be able to get up on this knoll and have a hill bonus against your gold miners. It's a little tricky there. Could always go to the back gold there. That is unfortunate gold there for Ganji, but as the Cav player doesn't need to go there that early. I don't like the berry position either. It's pretty exposed up on a hill. Archers get here. That's a rough spot. But a relatively wallable map otherwise. There, wall there. And then maybe wall out in front of this gold. And on this side, what about Fluffy Bunny? It's pretty open on the right side. I don't love that. Alright, we'll fast forward a bit here until we see some movement at the moment. Looks like everyone intent to push deer. It's the meta at basically all ELOs at this point, especially in team games where your opponent's strategy is far more predictable than in 1v1. Alright, look at that. 18 pop up for Koreans. So Mr. Fluffy Bunny, 18 pop once again. So he likes these really aggressive archer builds without going to berries. And what are we looking at? 19 pop for yellow and red. Yep, similar build here for the other archer player. And then 20 pop here for our Persians player. with a little more of an eco-focused build. 2 lumber camps. The 1 lumber camp all the rage these days, but man, when you have 2 lumber camps, it sure does feel good as Feudal Age drags on. Yeah, green could lose these sheep here. Has to be a little careful. Wisely brings them back into the TC. And no! Mr. Fluffy Bunny somehow doesn't lose a scout. There's so few vills under the TC. Kills a sheep. Did he kill 2? No, I think that one was there already. He's gonna get a second. That's brutal. That's brutal. That is really gonna hurt the early scout production. And yeah, if Mr. Fluffy Bunny's able to get forward with some early archers, a spear or 2. I don't love the position that's gonna put Ganji in. Yeah, Ganji, man, has been at the brunt end of some early aggression here by the Fluffy Bunny in both games 1 and 2. Nice micro there by Issathor avoiding the spear. Does have to be a little careful here with the Scout Midu. Is he going to get poked? Boom. And Scout gets away, but takes three hits there. Alright, some aggressive walling here on an 18-pot build. So that's definitely going to be some idle time. Yeah. Needs the wood to get farms down without the sheep. Only 2 scouts at the moment here for Ganji. No more in production. There's Midu. He's able to have a couple more queued up. Strong side once again in a pretty good position early on. I'm surprised Fluffy Bunny has been as conservative as he's been here with these archers. I definitely had some opportunity for some early damage here on yellow. But I think he wants to wait for fletching. So fletching, yep. As soon as he researches it, he releases 4 archers. Has a spear out there somewhere. Where's the spear chilling? Back in the wood line. Alright, so we have a flare here. Looks like Fluffy Bunny, they're actually going to prioritize going for the archer player. And see the engagement here. Red fletching 5 seconds out. Fletching is in. And we'll see if blue's archers divert to try to go protect Midu here. 13 military on the field for strong side, only 10 for Tusken Raiders. But almost full walled on the front already here is Midu, so that'll buy some time. At least enough time for these archers to get here. And remember, blue with the free archer armor with Koreans. So in an archer v archer fight, that can come in pretty handy here. This is interesting. Okay, Mr. Fluffy Bunny is actually going to veer off with the archers to the north to counterattack. They're confident that Midu is going to be able to defend himself against this pressure. Go for here. Maybe think about getting a couple house walls. The berries. Maybe a couple house walls here. See what kind of damage blue can put on. So here's the gold we were worried about. Oh my gosh, there's a hole. Oh. That's just absolutely heartbreaking. That is absolutely heartbreaking. Yeah, Issathor now off gold, not going to be able to produce archers. Immediately goes for that back gold mine, which I really like. He's going to be off berries here as well. This is so unfortunate for Tusken Raiders. Yeah, I had holes in my wall in 2 different games in this tournament, so I know the pain quite well. We didn't get a gate down, get a house down. Looks like the archers. Yeah, I think it makes sense to probably just stay on this gold. Try to harass it. Strong side now looking at a 6 military advantage. Nice pressure here, though, by Issathor. That's a lot of idle time, though. Got, what, 12 vills queued up in that TC at the moment. Only 3 farms versus 6 here for blue. This is going to hurt Issathor's uptime for sure. It's also off the berries. Strong side. Just done such a great job in both these first 2 games with the early military pressure. This hole in the wall was so unfortunate, though. Istithor was to Meteor's base even before Fluffy Bunny got here. It's like the worst place too to have a hole in your wall, right next to your gold as the archer player. Yeah, already invested in a defensive tower to protect the wood line. Yeah, Fluffy Bunny also attacking Ganji. Could get on this gold. Ooh, a lot of vills on gold there for our Franks player, who should be the first to click up. That could be the saving grace here for the Tusken Raiders. Only behind by 2 vills. Only behind by 1 eco upgrade. But I am worried about the uptime for Fluffy Bunny versus Istithor. There's real food issues here for Istithor. Fluffy Bunny is playing an incredible game. He's got 17 archers on the field. Ooh. Alright, this is a chance to do some damage here. Ah, Fluffy Bunny notices immediately. Excellent play. He's controlling 2 different armies and still notices this coming in on the berries. Assuming he had Town Watch. Seemed like he saw that pretty early. He is off the gold, though. The red's in a good spot here. I like this. Oh, yeah, but Fluffy Bunny, excellent job with his scout. You notice that blue scout running around, locates this other gold. He's going to take Istithor off that. Let's see if Istithor can get that spot walled in the interim here. All right, Castle Age on the way for Ganji. He's the first to click. Some early night pressure from Franks. Could maybe still win this for the Tusken Raiders. Really, they're not in a bad spot, all things considered, despite having a brutal hole in the wall. Alright, Ganji should be able to clean these scouts. Ganji's got armor. These scouts have nothing at the moment. Fluffy Bunny's still off gold here. Who's got archer numbers here, should be able to deal, but really great pressure here from Ganji on this wood line. Score lead all of a sudden with the Tusken Raiders. Istithor will lose these archers, but Knights will be on the field here. Second TC coming down from Ganji, so Ganji looking for revenge in this game. They're in a good spot. Tusken Raiders, despite having a player to Castle Age first, 5 Vil advantage. Alright, Meteor will be up here soon. What is he on? 3 stable again. So, strong side. Definitely like this really aggressive Castle Age play. There it is. 3 knights queued up. Ganji going for a bit more of an eco-heavy approach. Has 4 knights on the field. Where's he going to send these initial knights? Probably makes sense to send him to blue. I mean, blue's still completely open on this side. To keep Fluffy Bunny off the gold. Hamper that archer production. It might be harder to get damage on Meteor here with him walled up like this. Fluffy Bunny being a little sneaky here with some archers. Gonna wait for Expo on those boys. Ganji only 1 knight ahead of Meteor at the moment. Actually, let's see if these spears can get in the action. No, they're on stand ground. No. Oh, that's unfortunate. That's really unfortunate there for the Tusken Raiders. Still taking an okay fight. And Castle Age on the way for both of our archer players. Look at this Fluffy Bunny only on 38 Vils versus 45 here for Istithor. Tusken Raiders in a great spot. Look at Ganji's eco here. This is scary. I don't think that's going to be walled in time. There's a tower here, so that might be able to limit some of the damage. Yeah, but here's the thing. Persians mixing in some camels So all of a sudden we're looking at 11 cav units on the field here for green, only 9 on the field for yellow at the moment. Archers coming in. 1 Vil pick. And all of a sudden the pressure's on. Yeah, it looks like Fluffy is just going to camp into that tower. And again, is going to limit the archer production here. Midu will win this fight. No. Oh no! This is terrible for the Tusken Raiders. Yeah, I think that was a mistake by Istithor to reveal himself there before having Expo or Bodkinen. Researches it now, but he's not going to have any archers left. And that's going to make this pressure so much more effective. I mean, they're still in a good spot. They still have a really strong eco with Ganji on 3 TC, already up to 60 Vils. But I think that was a mistake by Istithor. That's really going to open the door back up for the strong side here. Yeah, because all of a sudden this pressure is going to be a problem. Remember, the Persian Knights have an attack bonus against archers. Monastery defense. Yep, Istithor knows he's in trouble here. Only 9 Knights on the field right now for Ganji. Up against, we're looking at 18 cav units here for Midu. Istithor's in a rough spot. Yeah, this all-in military play looks like it might work out here for the Tusken Raiders. Look at that. Villager count all of a sudden in favor of strong side. 31 Vils left here for Istithor. Yeah, that was a really, really nice play there by strong side, putting that pressure on. And this is going to be a problem as well. 21 archers here. Ganji does have 19 knights, so could come back and clean this. But how many Vils is he going to lose here? Let's see if he notices. Oh, that's annoying. Fluffy Bunny with 1 Expo there. Gonna get a Vil? Gets a Vil. What? Three dead Vils there? Ganji does notice. The Green Knights are here as well. Just like that, Tusken Raiders are 10 Vils back. Mr. Fluffy Bunny on 3 TCs as well now. They're in here. I just got 21 Knights. Can he come back and clean this? Yeah, strong side just so good with putting the pressure on. Ganji working hard to get the surround there. This fight might determine the game. Looks like he'll get the clean here. Yeah, we'll get the clean. That really bought a lot of... Oh, no. Midu is back in here on Istithor. Istithor cannot catch a break this game. That'll be a clean there, but yeah, look at the villager count. 25 Vils back already. Looked like they were going to be in such a good eco position in early castle with Ganji getting up, getting 3 TCs immediately. But sometimes military is your best economy. That's definitely what we had here. And Istithor has 2 Expo. 2. And to be fair, Fluffy Bunny only has 7 Expo. Knight's desperately trying to get some damage here. Could potentially get around on this side. And that hole you just walked right in. Yeah, just had a couple of those. Had the one here, and then this hole here. Looks like it. And Mr. Fluffy Bunny holding out here against the aggression from Ganji. What's Ganji at? 26 Knights versus 18 Cav units from Midu. Should be a good fight here for Ganji. I think he could take this, even though there's some camels in the mix. Got +2/+2. He's got the hill. He's got the numbers. Surprisingly good fight for Midu there. He's just gonna win the fight. Wow, camels. Yeah, that's rough. Strong side, 30 vills up. It's now starting to look pretty heavily in their favor. The problem is Issathor is basically out of the game. 31 vills. So Ganji, I mean, if Tusken Raiders are going to have a chance here, Ganji's going to have to hard carry in some way, but the thing is, he barely has a vill lead on either of the strong side players. Forward siege. 4th TC coming down here for Fluffy Bunny. And every time Ganji tries to get some pressure, there's just always enough military to deal with it. And yeah, Midu is in Ganji's base here. Actually, Ganji hasn't noticed. I think he's preoccupied with the front with his other base. Yeah, this is brutal. I think this one's over. 50 villager advantage. Ganji down to 68 vills. Hasn't noticed. Alright, notices now, but that's a lot of damage. Yeah, this looks bleak. Very bleak. Expect to see Mr. Fluffy Bunny here. I think probably just idle and get up at this point, right? Got the cow. Oh, is he on stone? Yeah, he's got enough to drop a castle. If I drop a castle there, get to imp, shred that down. Alright, Issathor. Attempting to come to the rescue here. Only 22 expo, though. There it is, Fluffy Bunny clicking up. Where's he going to put the castle? Defensive? Come on, Fluffy Bunny. So conservative. Got a massive lead here. Forward castle. Tread this down. GG's called. Yeah, they know they're dead. And game 2. Goes to strong side again. That was a really close game there. I think Tusken Raiders were in a very, very good spot. I think they had the advantage. But the Issathor sending his archers here before he had the expo upgrade and the bodkin upgrade, I think was a big mistake, because that's what allowed the counterattack from strong side on Issathor's base. And that counterattack basically ended the game. It took Issathor out of the game. And it was basically over at that point. Ganji tried to get some counter damage, but really nice defense by strong side, both at Fluffy Bunny's base and at Midu's base. And once they finally had the military advantage, they did a really nice job pushing it, getting damage on Ganji, and then that was all she wrote. Look at the stats here. Midu crushing it. More than 2 times kills to deaths. All right. Well, that'll do it for the moment. I will cast games 3 and 4 very soon here. But I'll put the first 2 out on YouTube immediately here. and then I'll have those other ones up no more than 24 hours after this first batch. So yeah, hope you enjoyed that, and we'll see you guys soon. Be well.